Wonderful. Okay. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our global kings and queens in the house. Really do appreciate each and every one of you. I do thank you all very much for making it Dream Team, where we keep the dream alive. So if you haven't kept your dream alive, then I hope that on April 10, our CEO help you in some way to keep your dream alive, because that was an awesome meeting with our CEO, that he is still on. No, he could have walked away many times. He could have walked away. However, he's still here, losing millions. Did I say millions? You might think it's millions of sheep or millions of coin. No, millions of US dollars he has lost. However, he is still here, and persons, still crying maybe over 97. Anyway, that maybe is for updates. Okay, so stick around. There is a lot in store on this wonderful Sunday, April the 13th. No, it's not Friday the 13th. It's Sunday the 13th. And so with us is none other than our illustrious singing artist, Queen Lerato Shadari, who have coined and given us our theme song that we are going to play this morning or this afternoon or today, basically today. And it is none other than In It to Win It, coming from our international recording, singing artist, Lerato Shadari, as she sing to us the wonderful song that she has put together just for ONPASSIVE. And so at this time, I am going to be playing that song. So please take a look at the song, the video of the song, because it has to do with all our marketing campaign that did undergo earlier years. And so thank you all very much for actually participating in the viewing of this wonderful song, In It to Win It. So look at the non-verbal communications that is actually being highlighted with this song, and so that we can get the fullness of what is happening. And so, without any further ado, In It to Win It with Lerato Shadari.
next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
All right, all right, all right. Wonderful. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Lerato Shadari. Really appreciate, really do appreciate. And so, moving right along, as you know, the first item on the program is none other than the mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, and this is in life, this is in life. This is not synonymous to ONPASSIVE or to any particular business. It is in life. If you don't have the right mindset in life, then it is going to be problems and issues and surmountous issues that you're going to face in life. And so, one of the things that you and I need to take care of is our mindset. And that is why a lot of persons, especially on Wall Street, when things do not go in the way that they perceived it to go, they end up committing suicide. Domestic violence end up in suicide. Women, especially, unfortunately, don't want to leave the abusive man because, quote unquote, they love them. And so we need to have the right mindset in respective to where this life is concerned, because all human beings are created equal under God. All. And so none is above the other. Yes, some might have a little more education, some might have a little more money, some might have a little better position, some might have a little bit more. It doesn't matter. We are all human beings created equal. Please to get that mindset moving forward. And so, without any further ado, none other than our one and only sweet, lovely, lioness looking Queen Yvonne Finn that is going to lead us properly into having this proper mindset. She is definitely an entrepreneur, have her own business. Yeah, she has grown and blossomed into a wonderful international, well sought after, I should say, person for this mindset that we are so privy to have here in the Dream Team. And so at this time, co-hosts and hosts for many other programs, especially the program with Queen Dr. Yvonne, that is weekdays at 1 p.m. So check it out. One Global Movement. Check it out because they deal specifically about children and the abuse that happens with children and to children. So children is a very dear thing to Queen Yvonne Finn's heart. And so without any further ado, we will go right into the mindset with Queen Yvonne Finn.
Thank you, Dr. Derek, and greetings, everyone. First, a little prayer. Father God, we thank you for this new day and your promise to be with us in it and always. So for this discussion, I'm calling it Eyes on the Promise, and it's the power of purpose-driven focus. The question is, have you ever felt like you're chasing a dream, but you're running in circles? Like you're sailing a ship without a destination? We all have promises we make to ourselves, goals we want to achieve. But what separates those who reach their shores from those who drift aimlessly? It's having eyes on the promise, a focused and purpose-driven approach. Today's discussion is about the 4 pillars that will strengthen any promise you make, ensuring you not only see your destination, but you reach it. These pillars are clarity, agreement, commitment, and tenacity. Each one will be dealt with in the 4 as they come. And the quote for this particular one, the clarity, it's from Richard Gere, believe it or not. The path to our destination is not always a straight one. We go down the wrong road, we get lost, we turn back. So maybe it's not just about the destination, maybe it's also about the journey. And as I said, that's Richard Gere. So the first pillar, clarity. Clarity is like focusing a camera lens. Without it, your vision is blurry. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful, because success means different things to everyone. Clarity is defining what your success looks like. It's setting SMART goals, and we all know, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's writing down what you want and breaking it into steps. Think of it this way. A builder doesn't start laying bricks without a blueprint. That blueprint, that's your clarity. In the Bible, the prophet Habakkuk was told to write out the vision or promise and to make it plain. So that's clarity. The second one is agreement. You must agree, whether it's with other people or with yourself. The quote, after you have agreed with your creator, he's first, the most powerful relationship you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. This is from Steve Maraboli. The second pillar, agreement, is the bedrock upon which your promise stands. It's about aligning your inner self with your outer actions. It is the promise you're chasing, truly chasing. It's about aligning yourself. Or is it someone else's dream that you have? Does it resonate with your core values? If others are involved, do they understand the vision? And more importantly, are they on board? Agreement with yourself means your actions and your thoughts are congruent with your goal. If others are involved, it means you have confirmed that everyone is working towards the same outcome or result. When your heart and mind are in agreement, then you build on a solid foundation. The third one is commitment. How committed are you? The quote comes from Abraham Lincoln, and it says, commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. That's the third pillar. Commitment is the fuel that powers your journey. Interest and excitement gets you started, but commitment keeps you going. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, prioritizing your promise over distractions. Commitment is the daily practice, the consistent effort, the unwavering dedication. It's saying, I will do this, pretty much like Mr. Mufara, do it or die, then proving it with your actions, even when the road gets tough. Think of a marathon runner. They don't just decide to run the race. They train and train and train consistently for months and sometimes years. That's commitment. And this one, tenacity, that's the final one. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. And that's from the great Albert Einstein. This fourth pillar, tenacity, is the armor that protects you from discouragement, which there will be. And it's the resilience and the perseverance needed to overcome challenges. It's not about avoiding failure, but bouncing back stronger. It's about viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth. Tenacity is learning from setbacks, adapting your approach, and never giving up. It's like a tree bending in a storm, but not breaking. Every challenge is a chance to prove how strong you are, how much more clarity you have gained, how more in agreement you have become, how much more committed and tenacious you are to that promise. So remember these four pillars: clarity, agreement, commitment, and tenacity. They are the cornerstones of any promise you make. So look at your goals, your dreams, and ask yourself, are you clear on what you want? Are you in agreement with yourself and others? Are you committed to the journey? And do you have the tenacity to see through? We know Mr. Mufara does. He's our prime example as we're speaking on this platform. So let us challenge ourselves today to put our eyes on the promise, define our vision, align our actions, fuel our commitment, and fortify our tenacity. Because when we do, we'll find that the promises we make aren't just dreams or wishes or hopes, they become our manifested reality. Think of your promise as a pact, P-A-C-T, which is a sacred agreement with yourself to reach your goals. And of course, the acronym is PACT, P-A-C-T. Purposeful clarity, that's the P. A is aligned agreement, that's the A. And C is consistent commitment, and the T, tireless tenacity. Thank you for listening, and let us enjoy the rest of the webinar. Thank you, Dr. Derek and all.
Mercy, 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 mercy. We don't have the hand clapping feature here in
I know.
Zoom, unfortunately. Do
Thank you,
apologize.
Dr.
So,
Derek.
the only thing we can do is kind of move our hands. Hopefully that you will see it. Really appreciate that, Queen Yvonne Finn. I think that you are one of the best mindset speakers that there is. Really appreciate that
I
one.
appreciate it.
And thank you very, very awesomely, very much. Okay,
Thank you.
wonderful. I am not sure, but I am not seeing the main presenter at this time as yet. Okay, yes, I think he is in the room. All right, okay, wonderful. All right, and so therefore, moving right along before we get into questions and discussions, Q&D, we are going to move into the main presentation for today, and that is none other than King Pastor Shaggy. He is another entrepreneur. He is a very dedicated and international speaker. And of course, he leads a few humanitarian um, efforts that he has physically in the state where he lives, that he does every Sunday. And so at this time, sometimes it's very difficult to really get a hold of such a dedicated person in his community. And so we deem it a privilege for us to be having King Pastor Shaggy here with us to deliberate the main presentation of IT 101 Part 3. And so hold on to your chairs. It might get a little rocky with this presentation. So get your pen, get your paper, get your book, get your pencil, get your slate, get your crayon, get whatever you want to write with. Just get it and jot down your notes so that you can ask questions in the Q and D section. And so without any further ado, our main presenter, King Pastor Shaggy. Over to you, Brother Shaggy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Get your chalkboard and your chalk and your blackboard. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I sent a link to you. I sent the link to Sister Pat. Unfortunately, I didn't get a response, so I thought maybe she's not even coming in today because of the bereavement. So on your WhatsApp page, I sent a link there. I wanted us to see if we can do some hardware training for like 15 to 20 minutes. Brothers and sisters, brethren, Passivians, fellow people on the journey to prosperity with tenacity and commitment and dedication, as our sister has mentioned, waiting for the big day, I welcome you. And I appreciate
Imagine making
and acknowledge the dedication and commitment that we on Perseverance have displayed over these years, following the pattern of our CEO who said it's do or die. Today, as we take another step into this computer 101, I wanted to have us look at a training that will qualify anyone who wants to get into this field. It's like the starting point. And for those who just want to know a little more, just listening in. If you're one of those that want to really get into it, this is where it starts. So I look for a program that captures from the scratch and that allows you a 4 to 5 hours of training spread around a couple of weeks. Why? If you have this training back to back to back 4 to 6 hours, the chances of passing the exam is slim unless you know how to cram. But if you spread this 6 hour course into say 6 weeks and you assimilate and practice, then you are ready to pass your A plus certification, which is the starting point into the IT industry. As I said, I think even if we don't use it as a, 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 a business or a job, to know it is so valuable, because in the world we're going to, being computer literate is not enough. You have to be computer savvy. You have to know enough to be able to support your business, start a business, and if you're looking to enter into, the professional IT field, this is just the 101. So the first meeting we had, I made a list of what I consider to be the most important 6, 7 items, and the first was hardware. So today, this training course for 15 to 20 minutes, we'll talk about hardware. It's the entire course, about 4 hours. But all I want us to look at is about 15 to 20 minutes of it. So when King Derek said, bring your notes, your notepad, your pen, your pencils, your pads, your chalkboard, it's a good idea because you might write 1 or 2 things down. Or take the link, which I will put in the Dream Team WhatsApp after the meeting. So anyone who's interested can start to kick at it, and then we can work together wherever you are in the world. That examination is available anywhere in the world. It could be set up anywhere in Africa, in the islands, for you to do the exam and pass, and we can start processing if you are looking for a position. Like I said about a month ago, jobs are opening here because of all what's going on, and not necessarily to be filled here, but to be filled with people overseas where they pay less. I know that sounds corny, but the paying less, it's better than what you get paid. Like if you are in my country, Nigeria, let me be straightforward to you. The job I'm gonna get there for $50 an hour, if you get it in Nigeria for $15 an hour, you still be doing great by the time you do 8 hours a day. So when I say those jobs will be available overseas, they're not being generous. They're just trying to save money, knowing that they will pay here more. So they rather want a more complex tax here and have the one that's just straightforward, just like the Google game, the Google business you all have. You're able to do it over there. Maybe once you have 1,000 number of people, a penny per a content page, but it makes a difference because it's in dollars. So again, if you're interested, let's kick at it. Did you get it, Dr. Derek? I sent a link. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we just look at the link, and then I'll wait for questions after, just for 15
Yes.
minutes. Thank you, sir. If you're ready, you can play the link for us to listen.
One of the most basic input devices on a computer is a keyboard. A keyboard is a device that is used to input commands to the computer. It has keys that are made up of alphabets, numbers, and symbols that you can press with your fingers. The most basic function of a keyboard is to do things like word processing, write letters, emails, visit web pages, and so on. Keyboards come equipped with two different connector types. There's the older 6-pin DIN connector, which has pretty much become obsolete, and there's also the modern USB connector. A lot of keyboards will have the ability to use both connectors because a lot of times they will come with a DIN to USB adapter, which you can use with any computer with either a DIN or USB connection. A mouse is another basic input device that is used on a computer. It's a pointing device that fits in the palm of your hand and replicates the movement of the mouse onto the computer screen. It's used for things like starting applications, file and folder management, and surfing the internet. A mouse will typically have one or two buttons. A Macintosh mouse will have one button, while a Windows mouse will have at least two buttons. A digital camera is a device that takes digital pictures and videos. And unlike standard cameras where the images are stored on film, a digital camera stores the images on an internal hard drive or on a camera's SD card. And once the images are stored, they can then be downloaded to a computer by using a USB cable or by the SD card. And then once they're on the computer, the images can be viewed or printed. A barcode reader is a device that is used for reading barcodes. It uses light to scan barcodes, and it's typically used to detect point of sales and maintain inventory. It can connect to a computer through a serial port, USB port, or a wireless connection. Barcode readers can come in several forms, but the most popular is the handheld trigger type. Now, a scanner is a device that enables you to put a digital copy of a physical copy on your computer. So, for example, if you have a photo or a document and you wanted to put a digital image of that photo or document on your computer, well, that's what a scanner enables you to do. Scanners would typically have a flat bed where you can place the photo or document face down, and at the press of a button, it will scan it for you. And as the scanner moves across the document or photo, it saves the image to your computer. Scanners will typically come in a combination with a printer, or you can also purchase a scanner all by itself. A touchscreen is basically an LCD monitor with an input detection system. It's a grid that senses the touch by a finger. It works the same way as if you were using a mouse, but without the mouse itself, because you are using your finger instead. The touchscreen receives a touch in the same way as if you were clicking a mouse button. Typically, one click on the mouse button equals one tap by a finger, and 2 clicks of the mouse equals 2 taps by your finger. Touchscreens are commonly used in all-in-one computers and tablets, such as the iPad. and they're also used on certain phones with touchscreen technology. A webcam is a device that is used for capturing video and images. Webcams are mainly used for video conferencing and video calling over the internet. So any two people in the world can visually communicate with each other if they both have a webcam and an internet connection. And most webcams have a built-in microphone to capture audio. A webcam connects to a computer typically through a USB cable. And webcams are often used with messaging applications such as Skype for making visual calls. And two of the biggest manufacturers of webcams are Logitech and Microsoft.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI.
I'm going to show you a way to potentially make money by pairing Amazon with the...
A media card reader gives the computer the ability to read memory cards from devices such as cameras. It's a small device that usually has a USB cable attached at one end that connects to a computer. And then the body of the reader has slots to accommodate various sizes of memory cards. For example, micro SD and mini SD cards. And then once installed, the data from the memory cards can be read and transferred to the computer. A docking station is used for laptop computers. It's a device that is used for basically turning your laptop into virtually a desktop computer. We all know that laptops are generally smaller than desktops. For example, on the laptop, the monitor and keyboard are generally small. So if you wanted to use your laptop at your desk, and you wanted to use a bigger monitor and keyboard, you can simply set the laptop in the docking station and it will automatically connect to them and use them depending on what is already plugged into the docking station, whether it's a monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, etc. It eliminates the hassle of connecting all these individually. You just simply attach and then start using them instantly. But there's one thing to remember about docking stations, is that they are specific to the manufacturer. So there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all docking station. You need to get the specific one for the laptop. A KVM switch allows you to control multiple computers from a single monitor, keyboard, and mouse. A KVM is typically a box with ports for a video, mouse, and keyboard. Each computer has their own individual cable connections to the KVM. Each KVM has buttons that you can press so that you can switch to a different computer you want to control. KVMs also come in different sizes, depending upon how many computers the KVM can handle. A low-end KVM switch will have the ability to control 2 computers, while a higher-end KVM can control 8 computers. KVMs are handy when you want to control multiple computers without the need for a dedicated monitor, keyboard, and mouse for each one. This not only saves money, but it also saves space. A lot of TVs today are smart TVs. A smart TV is a television where you can not only watch TV, but you can also connect to the internet. So basically it's a television combined with a computer. And when it's connected to the internet, you can go to web pages, stream movies, and television shows. And you can also interact with other people across the internet by using video messaging services such as Skype, because a lot of smart TVs will also have a built-in webcam and microphone. One way to prove the identity of a person is by using a smart card. A smart card is a good choice to prove your identity because you always have to have it with you when proving your identification. A smart card is the same size as a credit card with an embedded microprocessor chip. And a smart card reader is a device that is used to accept and read smart cards. A biometric device is used to prove the identity of a person by recognizing unique physical characteristics. For example, a fingerprint scanner. Fingerprint scanners are used to read a user's fingerprint to prove authentication. In these days, a lot of fingerprint scanners will be built into a device, such as a laptop or a smartphone. You just swipe your finger across the fingerprint scanner, and the scanner will either grant or deny you access based on your fingerprint. Another type of input device is a motion sensor. And a motion sensor records your hand movement in mid-air without making any physical contact with the device. A motion sensor would also typically connect to your computer using a USB cable. Now, a digitizer is a device that is used to convert analog movement, such as a hand drawing, and convert it into a digital form on your computer. A digitizer will have a flat surface like a tablet with a stylus, and as you draw on the flat surface using the stylus, it will record the image from the stylus and process the drawing on your computer screen. A digitizer typically connects to your computer using a USB cable. Other input devices include gamepads and joysticks. Now, these are controllers that you would typically use for gaming systems, such as Xboxes and PlayStations. But you can also use these for computers. And if you're going to use these with a computer, they would typically connect using a USB connection. A computer monitor is the primary output component of a computer. It connects to the computer's video adapter through a monitor cable and displays images on the screen. A computer monitor may have a VGA, DVI, HDMI, or a display port.
I think we will stop there today. I said
now, an older type of monitor is called CRT. CRT stands for cathode ray tube, which was a technology first used in TV sets. These monitors are bulky and
a lot of all these things we know, a lot of us on this line or even use. As basic as they are, these are the bedrock for a professional qualification called A+ certification. That's the entry point for any professional IT job here in the United States, and I believe possibly elsewhere. The purpose of doing this again is to highlight most of what we already know, or for those who among us are not savvy to now see that there's nothing magical about the computer and that they can really interact to any level. As we move forward on this training, we will get to programming, and you'll see how much you can do, even at home on your computer, when you go to the PowerShell or you go to the command prompt. Again, thank you for this opportunity to expand our scope as we wait for the real deal. I think ONPASSIVE is the real deal, but as we wait, anything we can learn, gain, and use for our benefit is something we should be open to. Thank you for your time. We will continue sometime next week.
Thank you, Brother Shaggy. That was really interesting. I liked it. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome, wonderful. Thank you very much, King Pastor Shaggy. Really appreciate. Thank you ever so much. It kind of look like you're cold, but that's all right. It all depends on where you are on the globe.
You must be in Canada. I know
All
that's what
right.
you're gonna say.
Oh
Look
la
like
la,
you're in
yes.
Canada for sure, but
This
that's
this
all
Mm-hmm.
right.
morning, this morning when I got to
Well,
know
say
cold,
in
cold.
New York, New Jersey, right?
Yeah, my apologies. When I went to Newark this morning, 7 a.m., I have to be
It's,
there with my people, homeless community. It was cold. And so I flip off my a night warm. Now I'm thinking, once I get out of this car, I'm going to take it off.
No, it's
yeah,
cold here in Maryland too,
Oh,
so it's not only New York.
yeah. It's cold. It's cold everywhere. Even
No,
coming from New Jersey.
no, no,
not every,
no, no, Queen
Not
Canla.
everywhere.
No,
No, Queen
I
Canla.
mean here in the East Coast.
not
Well,
East Coast.
no, Queen Canla. No, no, I am on the East Coast. No, Queen Canla. I am on the East Coast. No,
It's cold, it's
Queen
warm in
Canla.
Florida.
No, Queen Canla.
oh yeah, it's cold.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm coming from New Jersey. I was there and coming this way, it was cold. So
It's
that's what
only
I
in
mean.
the
And so,
north, it's only in the north of the East Coast.
okay. All right, then. I hear you, Dr. D.
Say North of Carolina. North of Carolina.
Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Carolina is kind of the hump. You know, Georgia and Carolina is the hump. All right. So say north on the East Coast, but north of
North.
Carolinas. All right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we get that straightened out. All right. Thank you very much, King Pastor Shaggy. Really appreciate. And at this time, it is over to Queen Irene. Over to you.
Oh, hello, hello. Yes, yes, yes. It is cold in Maryland. I got out to go to church. I had to run back in to get me a shawl. So, yeah, it is cold here. But it's cold in the north of the East Coast. Not Florida, not Carolinas, but maybe probably from Virginia going up to New York and the rest. All right. Happy to have you all here. Brother Shaggy, thank you very much. You know what? I'm going to send you a private text because I need some accessories for my computer. I really enjoyed that which you presented. Um, what will we do without on passive? Thank you very much. We have to be prepared and know everything that we need with our computers before we go live with our with on passive, so we can utilize all the programs, all the everything that we have on passive. All right, it is time for the best test item on the agenda. So if you had any questions, any requests you want to make from King Shaggy, you just hold your horses so we get to questions and discussions because he's going to be here with us till the end. And so we're going to go to updates. Updates, Dr. Derek and your team. Over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. D. Greetings again, Dream Team. Happy Sunday. And my name is Kanla Rahel Nge from the first state of Delaware. And always an honor and a pleasure to join Dr. D and the rest of the members for updates. All right, back to you, Dr. D.
So without further ado, I will share with you the highlight of the topics. This is what we're going to cover. So stay tuned if you want to know about the latest updates for or about the SEC or the SEC case with ONPASSIVE and the SEC. Also, we're going to talk about the office locations abroad. So what's the status, what we're doing? We're going to talk about former employees of ONPASSIVE. We're going to talk about affiliate commissions. I think that topic is important and it matters. We're going to talk about the company status as we speak, and of course, moving forward, where we're headed. And I will also give you more input on the webinar schedule from now on and moving forward. Have had an unfortunate thing a while ago when the SEC, Security of Exchange Commission, they've launched a private investigation years ago about ONPASSIVE. We immediately hired a great law firm to take care of the case. At first, it didn't sound like a big deal, something you're vetted, okay, you're getting a lot of attention, and we need to take care of that. So we didn't hesitate to cooperate with anything and everything we wanted to do, and that was almost immediately from, or right after we started picking up some momentum in the business. So it has been a private investigation. I've submitted personal and, business data since January 1st, 2018. It's that long. It's been happening behind the scene all the time. And even the times I looked pretty and I came here cute and had fun with you, I did have rough time and nights and days alongside with my family and, graciously with some of our former staff. They were fully cooperative and they did their best to comply. So we've submitted everything we were asked to, I believe, fully transparent. We believe the SEC staff were professional. They had to do what they had to do. I believe I'm in favor in general of having some regulatory system or sort of regulations and disciplinary in the market. Otherwise, it would be chaotic. But I don't believe it was a fair process for us. It was really painful. It was unfortunate. And I've learned that bad things happen to good people and good companies. And there are so many bad people and bad companies all over the place. I do believe we were victims somehow to go through this painful process. And I don't think it's a secret to any of you. Sadly, some people that we had to let go in the early stages of ONPASSIVE, whether suspended or terminated or they became haters, they actually uh, vocally and publicly expressed their hate and their mission in life. All they want to do is destroy Ash Mufareh and ONPASSIVE out loud. And they said, in different occasions, they're collecting money, they're campaigning to do whatever it takes, not to serve humanity, not to give you a solution, not to figure out their future or their life, is how to destroy this, just because they snoozed and they lost. Fast forward, we have been working really hard. This cost us millions. I don't think this is going to shock you. The process with the SEC, and it affected our KYC as a business abroad. And, it got a little bit more complicated, bigger than we thought. Here's the good news. Very soon, this will be behind us. We're grateful, we're thankful for your support, your prayers, your patience, that you believed in us, and that's the reason you're here. We have reached an initial resolution, and I hear a lot of rumors outside, and people are speculating. I just want you to leave it here. Whatever you hear outside, I'm not responsible for it. And if somebody's telling you a different story, they're definitely up to a bad intention. You follow me? So the truth is, we have worked hard. It was a painful process, very expensive. In fact, we have one of the best law firms, not just in the United States of America, but probably globally. One of the best, super strong. They've done cases with the SEC, with Elon Musk, and big figures that you know. Okay, this is not unique to ONPASSIVE or Ash Mufarah. It happened to bad people, to good people. Okay, so obviously we're not harming anyone, so that's why we don't uh, cause any threat to anyone except the haters, right? Or the the crooks and the crooked people. But I believe in the coming weeks, I'm happy to give you updates, but leave it here. It's not over yet, but we're in the final touch-ups of a final settlement. And once it's sent to the court, which is a civil court in Central Florida, Orlando specifically, and it will be hopefully dismissed. Okay, and we'll leave this behind us. So without further ado, I will share with you the talk about topic also. First, it didn't uh, with it, and that was some momentum. Private investigation, business in all the even the times I'm side with my former staff to comply. So we've submitted, I believe, wisdom in that people to go through of they actually publicly.
There's no sound.
Leave this behind us. So in Hyderabad, obviously that was not our first office in India. We started in 2018, end of 2018. In Kolkata, we expanded, we maximized the office, and we saw the need for more IT, AI talent. Where's the best talent? We were advised that is in Bangalore, India. We said, no problem. If that's a Silicon Valley in India, we'll go there and we'll expand from there. We did. We were having a hard time to also have talent because it's a very competitive, probably oversaturated. We said, what's the next one? The next, high-tech city or Silicon Valley in India will be Hyderabad. Let's go to Hyderabad. So at some point we had like almost 3 locations. One is like winding down. The second one is still, on, and then opening up while we were investigated. Okay, but we decided to focus on one location, and we took that large building, you recall, a few floors in Hyderabad, and at some point we had 700-800 people. I always aim for maximum capacity, but with COVID, a couple of years were in between, they slowed us down, and we wanted to have social distancing. Anyway, moving forward, after the fallout in July 2024, technically in June, we realized that it's too broken to be stitched back. We saw that we should wind down and have people move forward with their life and find a career until we fix this. It's not going to be a day or two. We knew it's going to take time. We had obviously loopholes. We had in India, I'm talking about when we were in Hyderabad, we had challenges as any startup. That was natural. It was tolerable. But when we got another location involved, people from different background and cultures and all that, that's when things, got really more south, okay, and went down. And the more complication, more corruption. So they've attracted or trapped a few of our good people in India to become a part of this plot. Really honored for the people I got to know in our Indian team, and forever I'm thankful to them. But that building had to shut down and okay, restart. Where and how and all of that, we'll talk about that in the future. But that building is not operating for ONPASSIVE as we speak. No one is an active employee in the Hyderabad location. No one. I am morally obligated to settle their salaries, outstanding payroll that was caused by others. Just moral obligation. Even if I didn't have the payroll funds or control of them, I was committed personally from my own personal. So we're working out a settlement with the labor deputy, and hopefully everybody will be satisfied or pleased, or will come up to a satisfactory resolution in the coming weeks, and that will be also a happy ending to our former staff. We go to the next location. Obviously, that's an easy one. Okay. You figured out, like, we're no longer operating in Dubai, right? Since that time. And that's basically the source of all the complications. Now, a couple of locations were tied up to Dubai, okay, directly managed by them. They were not productive, and I'm glad they're not functional and not operating at the moment. Singapore, we put a lot of money in Bangladesh. and we got nothing but trouble from there. We've located, I paid whether payroll for individuals there or for office locations, licenses, paperwork, whatever, well over a year plus, okay? I can't even count the time, and got nothing in return, not even one day that we operated in Bangladesh. Egypt, we built it from scratch. You've seen the videos, nice building. It was expensive, luxurious location, all of that. And the general manager was complicit as well in the plot in Dubai, and was also not doing the right thing, okay? And other ventures around, just not the specific office, but other ideas or projects wherein the development did not evolve well. And that brings up, the topic to our ex-employees. So technically, I am voluntarily accepting the fact I'm not going to be in touch with these individuals, as much as I respect many of them, or most of them, except a few bad apples again. Or actually, let's call them, because I don't think bad apples. I mean, should we call them animals? Criminals? Have a better word? We should be free at calling them. I think criminals is what suits them, okay? Because it's insane from them to think that they will get away with it. Yeah, it doesn't mean we were just letting it go in the last few months. It's a process. We've got to do the right thing. It was a lot of trust we've given them, so we had to unpack so many complications. But the truth will always prevail. I've told you that a gazillion times. The truth will always come out. I'm gonna get to a painful part now, which is the affiliate commissions. That's when I said I'm no longer tolerating this to continue. I said we're gonna have to hit the brake. Until this is paid, we will move on. All right. And the lack of cooperation from some individuals, that was the straw that broke the horse's back, technically. All right. And I knew this was a robbery. And the wrong moves from the financial department, from the administration, caused more complication with the payment processors to flag them, suspect money laundering, and have the money or the funds seized. I'm going to be very specific with you. They took a lot of money. Okay, it was spent on good things for them. All of that is all known. Okay, but there are two merchants with the amount of $52 million on hold. That was just enough to pay the payroll at the time for the different locations and the commissions. We had roughly like $30 million commission. So they persisted to recover those funds, try to funnel them out. Obviously, I'm glad the funds were seized by the central bank in UAE. I'm so happy that happened. If they got away with the money, it's over. It will be harder. We will give them. In fact, there are people already wanted, for the Interpol, or I'm telling you, I wish time, like we could speed up time and forward, and I will be able to tell you exact details. But for now, you need to know they will not get away with it. It's insane to even think or dare thinking they will get away with this. this brings up the topic is where we are in ONPASSIVE today. It's not going to shut down, even as just because, okay, we're going to keep it, all right? Just because we're here. And those locations, I told you the status. Do I need to reopen them? We'll talk about this. But it's very obvious, I want to be respectful to your intelligence, that is not a quick process. This will take more time to settle all those cases, all those issues, all those complications. It will take a bit of time, but it will be solved and resolved. Everything will be behind us. And at that time, I'll be able to give more details if necessary to the public.
Yes. Oh, now we do it.
Amen.
Passiveness.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. D.
Wow, I'm dumbfounded. Dr. Derek, thank you very much. So, bestest topic on the agenda? I say it all the time. Some of us were at work. I was in and out, and so I got little tidbits. Really didn't get it like I got it now. So, I tell you what, prayers work. And we are not going to stop until it is over. Okay? Prayers will continue. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? You can see it right here. There are a lot of people who do not care about the good of humanity. And that is why we're getting stuff like this. Wow, thank you very much, Dr. Derek, for that update. So for many like me who were not privileged to be on the webinar at 12 noon, now you got it. All right. I'm sure there are people that have questions, that have comments, that have praises, whatever. This is the moment. So I'm going to hand over to the question and discussion team. And please don't hold back. Sometimes when you have it and you say it, you feel better. So this is the time. Ask any questions, say how you feel, express yourself here so that you feel better when you're done. That was very tense listening to those things and what our CEO went through and what he is still going through. So over to you, question and discussion team.
Recording in progress.
Not sure who is leading the question and discussion team today. Queen Yvonne.
I think it's everybody. I think Queen Kanda is up there. I'm not sure
Queen
if she's trying to
Kanda.
unmute or what the situation is. I know it goes down the line. So Queen Kanda, are you leading the discussion team? What are you doing?
Yes, I'm right here. I will do
All
that.
right.
Yes, I was trying to unmute.
I realized.
I know
okay.
we saw that. You were going like, I'm like, okay. All right.
Yes.
Over to you,
So
my dear.
thank you, and greetings again, Dream Team. Greetings, everyone, for everyone watching on YouTube. And this is the time, the Q&A. There is so much that we have heard from our CEO, and there is a lot we have heard from our mindset, our presenter, Pastor Shaggy. Oh my goodness. So we have 3 different things in which we have questions, or if you have some comments, if you want to contribute, please, this is the moment. If you're able to raise your hands, please do that. If you're not able to raise your hand, send your question in the chat, and Queen Sister Yvonne is going to be able to read it out aloud for us, and we will make sure that everything is answered. But before we do that, I just want to acknowledge all the leaders for today, beginning with our welcome team. Thank you so much. Our mindset presenter, Queen Yvonne, that was an amazing mindset. You blow our minds away. You make us want to reflect deep, deep, deep into our soul, searching for what we really need in order to move forward. And you give us very good, insightful words that we hold on to for every week. So thank you. And we go to our moderators, Queen Yvonne and Dr. Derek. Thank you so much. You have done a wonderful job leading the webinar today. Thank you. We appreciate you. And then coming now to our presenter, Brother Shaggy. That was amazing. Let me borrow from Dr. Derek. Thank you, Brother Shaggy. And I look forward to the questions that some of us will have that will be asked to you. So be ready. I hope you are. All right, then. At this time, just want to acknowledge Dr. Benny and the rest of the team who are not here. Sister Aisha, we want to acknowledge you as well. So thank you. And our sisters who are doing the coordinating on YouTube, Sister Rose and Brother Mumudu, we also want to acknowledge and thank you. So thank you. All right. At this time, do we want to close the YouTube before we get into Q&A, Dr. Derek, or should we go straight to the Q&A question? Since we want to be mindful that questions may come up that may be. Okay, so then, okay, so please, if your question is related to the theme, the topic, and is directly, you feel free to go ahead and ask a question. But if your question has something that maybe we'll consider that it may be a conflict, then we will have to hold on until we close the YouTube. So yes, let's go ahead, please. I see Queen Yvonne. Let's begin then with Queen Yvonne. Over to you, Queen Yvonne.
Okay, thank you, Queen Kanda. So mostly all the things on the chat, the comments are just to do with my the presentation, so I won't go there. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. I just wanted to thank Brother Shaggy because it might seem simple, but it's so comprehensive what he's just done there. And I loved what he said about, he made it clear that because the paying less part, if you can humble yourself, and that's okay, because paying less, I think, is a leg up, right? And what you do with it is up to you after that, because it's been said from little acorns grow great oak trees, and people have started with a little. What's in your hand? A small amount. So don't be too proud to get some income where you can. That is my take on that. So I'm just going to leave that and I won't ask any questions for the updates until we close. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Sister Yvonne.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Any comments in the chat at this time or question?
Ushi. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we may not have anything at this point. Well, to me, Brother Shaggy, I will echo what Sister Yvonne is saying. It was simple but relatable because I am more of a visual kind of person. And visually, when I see, whether I'm listening or I'm reading, the visual just makes it more relatable. The visual makes it, it connects the dot. So you are not only seeing, you're not only listening, but when you see the images, then you can identify, and it facilitates the learning process. It makes it easier because when we hear computer, the mind makes it, oh, it's sophisticated, it's complicated, it's technology, and I am not worthy of, or I may not be able to do the technology. But when you see the mouse and you know this is the mouse, you see it, then you identify, then you know that this is something that is right there. All you need to do is learn how to move it around and use it. So same thing with all the other hardware resources that we have, and as well as the softwares, seeing it and then connecting the dots it just really makes it really worthwhile. So that is it for me. Thank you.
There are some hands raised, my sister.
Okay.
Queen Irene and Queen Edith. Yes.
All right, then we go to the next person. Queen Irene, please, you can proceed.
Okay. Yeah, you just said what I was gonna say to Pastor Shaggy, because yeah, looking at it, I'm a visual person too. But the question I wanted to ask is signature part. Do we have one that we can also attach to our computers for signatures? And if so, can I get a recommendation? Is Pastor Shaggy still there? Where is he? I can't find him.
Pastor Shaggy.
I can't find him. I probably will just have to send that question to him. So yeah, because sometimes I'll do a document and I don't know how to create one of those signature things on my computer. But if I have an external device that I can just log in through a USB, I'm sure that will be easier. Dr. Derry. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Dr. Derek, that
Not buy and not buy the software from Google Store or Apple. You don't need that. Wow.
Dr. Derek. Oh my God. See? No, there's nothing to be sorry about. See, but this is if you don't say that, we're just ignorant of.
May I ask a question, Dr. Derek? If you have well, I did that anyway, so I guess if you had a fax with a scanner or whatever, you can scan it onto the desktop too, can't you? Right? With the background, yeah. Remove the, I can do that, yeah. As a PNG, yeah, I did,
PNG.
yeah. Will be there, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Thank you.
Dr. Derek,
Beautiful.
even though I heard it, I don't think I can do it. I will have to contact you for classes.
Yeah. No, I'm going to try it because I think that is something really worth doing.
I'm gonna try, yeah. All right. I'm gonna try it, but all right.
You'll be fine, Queen Irene. Really, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Try, and see how it works. You'll do it.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Queen Irene, for that question. You see, all of us have learned much appreciation.
Yeah.
Okay, Queen Yvonne, I think you said we had Mama Edith.
Yes, you do. Yes.
All right, Mama Edith, please, over to you with your question.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Family. It's in the evening where I am.
Yes, evening.
Yes.
Wow. Queen Yvonne,
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
sent you a note.
You did. Thank you so much. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Brother Shaggy, I also sent you a note, but I just wanted to echo Sister Irene and said exactly in all what you were saying. Because I have used some of these things. I've bought and connected a scanner and scanned documents, but because I didn't know the lingo and what I was doing, I couldn't comprehend that is part of IT, the things they were saying. And now, coming to the question of little money, I thought it was relating to paying for the training. It's not that way. Because I've tried all these other, since Brother Shaggy did the presentation, I've been going in and out trying to find, I'm told there are free training programs, but I end up that I have to take out a credit card, and I don't want to do that. And I say the training I will pay for, I'm just disappointed that we are in this situation that we are in with our company. I thought the O Academy would come soon to train some of us who need the kind of training from inside. Now, I thought maybe the little money he was talking about is the training for what he was doing for us. So I got it wrong.
Oh, okay. Sorry about
Right.
that.
I want to, because I don't like talking a lot, can I follow with another question?
Yes.
Though,
Proceed.
though it's not related to what I'm talking about right now, I heard that from the presentations that our CEO gave us, Yvonne, you remember the song, "We've been through difficult times." Those times may not have been direct to us, but this journey has been difficult.
Yes, it has.
I heard somebody saying there are founders or affiliates who are implicated in this, who got maybe to be removed from the company because of not what was done by them directly. And now we have to say yea or nay that they come back. I did not get that during the time I was listening to the presentation by the CEO. If anyone had that, can you explain to me?
Well, I'll leave that to Dr. Derek, but I was there for the 4.5 hours and I never heard that either. So Dr. Derek, are you still on board? Yes, there you are. And I thought I'm not sure if we're going to be discussing that before the session is closed.
Yeah,
What do you think,
later
Kanla?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a type of question I made mention that if it's something that may be
Yes, yes.
a conflict of interest, we don't want to say, and our CEO reminds us if it doesn't come out of his mouth,
It's not
if
said.
he doesn't say it, don't listen to anybody. So we wait for him to give us the information and we go based on what he tells us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everything stops with him. If someone says it's not a hearsay, no person's personal opinion counts when it comes to this matter.
Absolutely, Queen Kanla. Absolutely.
Yes. Mine doesn't count, yours doesn't count. It comes from the CEO. And I think I really loved what Dr. Derek did by playing
Yes.
the updates. So we hear directly from the CEO's mouth.
Yeah.
Because I believe one of the things that also made it complicated was because we had second and third interpretation trying to interpret, and then it comes with other opinion. But in this case, you heard from him.
Amen.
If it didn't come from his mouth, don't listen to anybody. Go with what he tells you, and that is it.
Amen. Yep.
Nothing more.
Thank you,
Yes.
Queen Kanla. Very emphatic and very clear. Thank you. On a lighter note, may I just ask this quick question? Somebody's asking, what has happened? Oh, are you speaking, Dr. Derek? Okay, sorry, go ahead. You're finished. Yes. So we don't need to know that. We don't need to know that.
We were not there.
Yeah. Here you go.
And here's I see you tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mhm. Okay. Queen Edith, do you have something else left to say?
No, no, thank you very much.
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Okay, I'll put your hands down then. Queen Candler, um,
Yes.
there are lots of thanks to Dr. Derek for the update. And then I have this interesting question from Hixie Franklin. He's asking, what happened to the First Lady? So please answer that, Queen Candler.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave that to you.
First
All
lady
right.
rarely absents the meeting.
I know. Thank you so much. You see, that tells me
Huh?
she is resting, right?
Okay, there you
She
go.
has earned it, and let us give her a little bit of rest. That does not mean she's not with us or she's not following what we are doing. She is there just in the background, and she will be joining us. So our first lady is there and she's doing all right. So we miss her. The fact that she's not able to come on screen, but she is there with us. So
Thank
thank
you, Queen
you.
Carla. So the last thing I see here is from a threat from Queen Rosalind Womeo. She's threatening to call Dr. Derek because she has a big screen TV. So I guess she wants some, I don't know, input. So I'll leave that. That's it. Really? She has a big smart TV, a big smart TV.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, thanks. Okay, that's it for my section here, Queen Carla.
All right, then I think that will be it for the Q&A as well. And at this time, we would like to hand it over to our moderator. Over to you, Queen Irene.
You know what? After you stress all week and everything, you come now with family and you just relax. So, these last questions have made me just laugh and forget about all the stress. Wow, how important family is. Thank you very much for this global family. Thanks to ONPASSIVE. Thanks to our CEO for bringing us together from all over the nooks of the world. And so we meet every Sunday and just feel at home and feel relaxed in the presence of family. Thank you for everyone that made it today, thinking about us and making sure that you come so that we can come together and talk and discuss and feel at home. So as you all know, there are many other webinars within the week. Please try to join. Every time that you go to a webinar, you learn one new thing. We learned a lot today on the internet and how to connect your devices. Like some of us would like to see it. We are visual people. We look at it and then we know how things work. We know what a mouse is. We know what a scanner is and all that. But prior to this, you probably did not have that opportunity or know how to see these things. So it's the same when you go to every webinar, whatever topic that is, by the time it's over, you learn something. So those are things that you don't have to pay for to go to learn like you had to go to school. And so thank you all. We're gonna say happy Palm Sunday for those who celebrate it. And we're gonna wish everyone a blessed week. And we will be back again next week, same time. For those on YouTube, thank you all for joining. Thank you for our leaders there that are keeping the YouTube going. We really appreciate you. We know we can't hear you here, but we know that you hear us and we appreciate you. Just wanted to say that. And
Sister Irene, I'm sorry to interrupt. Let me just find out. I have Queen Sharon here and she's saying, can I speak? So I'd like to check to see. Yeah, okay. Queen Sharon, can you hear? Can you unmute your mic and speak?
It's muted.
Oh, is she? Well, can somebody, I don't see her.
Maybe Dr. Derek needs to give her access.
Let me see if I can.
Let me see. I have co-host Sharon. While I go through also.
Sharon Whedon.
Sharon, can you raise your hand so can try to locate you? And
I'm muted now.
Oh, there
Thank
you go.
you.
Okay.
All right, please proceed.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday, happy Palm Sunday. Happy days are here. Nice, right? First of all, Brother Shaggy, thank you so much. That was great information. They say you learn something new every day, and I did learn something today. So thank you so much. Sister Fiona Flynn, thank you. Great mindset. I always just say Sister Flynn because of One Global Movement. There's two of them, so Leona. And sometimes we have one in the chat. So I just say Sister Flynn. Thank you. What a great mindset. And Dr. Derek, you're so wonderful. I love when you give us the updates and you explain things to us in detail. And so that was great. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to say to our brother Ashfar is that It was great for him to come on and give us an update on what's going on. And he looked so relaxed, didn't he? For everything that's going on in his life and, losing people again. My condolence to his uncle that just passed away. And, he's raising a family and he's dealing with all these haters out there. And he has all of us, all his brothers and sisters from all over the world that is standing by him and that has been by him for 6 years now, I think it is. And, so I think that is a lot. That is us keeping him going. We are part of his strength for us to keep sending him love and prayers and stuff. And he even addressed that. He said, thank you so much. A couple of times when I was listening to him speak, I got a little teary-eyed because, when you're starting a new business and you're starting a company that is as great as Passive and that is cheaper, our products are cheaper, you're always going to have your haters out there. And I do want to say thank you, Brother Ash, for addressing the haters, for addressing all those rumors out there, because some of us heard about those rumors and we didn't know what was happening. It was not, I don't like that people shared what they learned because they didn't know what was going on and what was the truth. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Brother Ash, for letting us know what was going on. I'm sure there's a lot more going on than you told us, but thank you for addressing some of those rumors. And I just want to say, #we stand with Ash McFarland. We love ONPASSIVE, and we're here to say, stay, and everybody keep your eyes on the prize. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, sister. Nice. Well said. Well said.
Well said. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Sharon.
Thank
When
you.
are we going to invite? We must invite him to come to our dream team.
Well, I think we are looking forward to the weekly webinar like he promised. So we'll wait for the pop-up in our back office, and then moving forward, then we see where we are going.
Yep. All right. So with that said, I think that's it. That's it for today.
We only want to, we want to thank Queen Rose. Did we do that? She's looking after did we close yet, the YouTube?
No, I think I was halfway finishing
Okay,
with
all
them,
right.
and then
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
All
Then.
right.
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
no, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that I closed them, but no,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay.
So yeah, for those on the YouTube, we just want to say thank you. And like I said, try to join other webinars within the week and get yourself updated and get yourself trained and learned, because you learn something new every day, every time that you go to a session and listen to a speaker. So at this time, I think we're going to close the YouTube, Dr. D, and then we can get our signature tune.
Yeah. But maybe, Queen, before you do that, can we just appreciate our Queen, Dr. Patience and Dr. Patience?
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to acknowledge and appreciate them. We understand they are absent, but they are with us due to the family emergency, which we know the bereavement, but we still have them in our thoughts and prayers, as well as we continue to pray for all ONPASSIVians that are sick. I may not call each by name, but we all are reminded in our different platforms. We know someone who is dealing with a health challenge. So let us continue to pray for one another. Let us continue to hold hands together and support each other. And like all of us say, and including Queen Sharon, our CEO and his family. So thank you.